What is up, sluts? It's your boy Viking CG4, and this is a MOAB on every map series video. This is going to be the Outpost MOAB. I'm using the MP7 with silence and rapid fire, so let's get things started. This is going to be my probably most heartfelt commentary I've done so far. It's going to be the deepest, and it's something really close to my heart, and that's the topic for this video is going to be choices that we make in life and my situation personally, and just going to school and everything soon. I'm a junior in high school right now. I'm looking at colleges, going on college tours, and it's an important part in your life, and it's hard to know what decisions to make considering my GPA is not, phenomenal. It's like a 2.9 something. So I mean it definitely is a limit to what schools I can go to, and I'm going to give a shout to anybody who who is not quite a high school junior. Keep your grade point average up. It really keeps your options open. And I know I've been told this ever since I was a kid, but I never really took it that seriously. And now I'm really paying for it, and I feel bad that I couldn't have tried harder. Just played a little less video games and done a little more schoolwork or whatnot. But right now it's too late to change that, and I'll talk a little bit more about that later. But yeah, let's get into it. So I'm going to start this off with my personal situation, and then I'll go into making more choices later and how the whole essence of choices are made. So currently I am a junior in high school, as I just stated, and my GPA is a 2.9, which is a low B, high C average. It's more like a B minus, which isn't too bad, but it's not going to get you into the best of schools, which I'm kind of aiming for. I would love to go to some big Division I Wisconsin, University of Wisconsin school. It's my dream school. I've always wanted to go there, but they accept people with usually about a 3.5 or higher GPA, which is not my case. And I'm a really smart kid, but grades are not my thing. I'm better testing wise. I don't really do my homework enough, which is another thing I'll get into. So yeah, one thing that I always find that takes priority in my life is video games or computers over my homework, which I think is a problem, and I have to really learn to control that. And it's not the simplest thing to, it's almost like become sort of an addiction, and I'll talk about that also later. But I love them so much more, like computers in general and any sort of electronic type sort of thing. Videos, watching videos, making videos, playing video games, any sort of these types of things just take priority over my schoolwork, which is a real problem, as you can understand, when you're trying to get good grades in school. And yeah, so one thing me and my dad were talking about is if I don't really value the education I'm getting, and I'm gonna be paying hundreds of thousands of dollars, not hundreds of thousands, but like, about, I don't know, $70,000, $80,000 to go to a college, it's not really worth it to not really appreciate what you're receiving. And if I was just to wait until a year later, which is kind of a weird thing for me, because when I was little, I always had this picture in my head that I would, go to 4 years of college, graduate college, find a girl I like, in college maybe, get married, have 2.4 kids, live in the suburbs of New York City, and have a happy ever after. Um, Now, obviously, that doesn't always work out, and probably won't, and that's not necessarily what I'm looking for in life, but the fact that that would be changing, the idea of the normal would be changing for me, it's just weird. I can't really accept it, and college seems so much closer than it really is ever felt to me until up to now. Um, just the fact that we were talking about it so realistically, and it kind of scared me a little bit, and I was taken aback by how close college really is to me. But that is my choice, is whether to take a year off of college or off of school, or to go through the 4-year thing with my buds and go to the University of Connecticut, which is where I live in Connecticut. And yeah, so that's what I always dreamed of, is going to the University of Connecticut with my pals and rooming with them. But the fact that that could all change and take a year off is kind of scary. And in this year off, which I was really contemplating, because I think it'd be a great thing to do, perhaps with Sherlock Homie or Johnny, as you guys might know him. If you don't know him, check him out. But yeah, we both do this YouTube thing, and um, just a year off, just to work in the real world and experience things that I haven't been able to in high school, and just live upstairs in my newish room that is going to be built soon, and make YouTube videos and have a job for a year. I think it'd be a really exciting thing, but the fact that I would be missing out with all my other friends and falling behind, despite the fact that I probably won't know them at that point, is a little scary. The next thing I want to talk about is making choices in general. Now, everyone will tell you that choices you make are very important, and yes, they are necessarily important. I mean, they do affect you, but I don't think they're as important as everyone makes them out to be. There's a book I read called Outliers. It is a book about opportunities people are given and things of that nature. So, for example, um, a person can only achieve greatness, I guess, if the timing is right. So Bill Gates um, made the first computer in Seattle, Washington. His preparatory school had some of the first computers around, and he really developed them into the greater um, computer that now exists today. And if he had not went to that private school or had not been in a wealthy family, he most likely never would have accomplished that. And for all we know, computers today would not even exist as they do now, and I would not be speaking to you guys through a microphone on the internet. That being said, he was born at that time, and you can't change where, when, how, and whatever else factors into being when you were born or how you were born. Um, but you can make choices. But these choices are not drastic. For example, um, let's say everyone is a blade of grass flowing down a river, and in that river there are pebbles, and the only real choice that we have to make would be whether to go to the left or the right of that pebble in the creek. You do not have the ability to change creeks. You do not have the ability to move a pebble out of the way necessarily. I mean, sometimes you do, but it takes more than one person. Because obviously one blade of grass cannot move one pebble. But you can make minor choices, and these choices should not be interpreted from other people. You should make your own decisions based on your own experiences, and do not let anyone else take control of your life. It is your life after all, and let you be you, as many groups have said before about bullying, anti-bullying, and things like that. Don't ruin someone else's life. You know, let them be themselves. Don't tell them what to do. And that being said, don't the same thing goes for you. Don't let other people tell you what to do. You're your own person, and you should like yourself for you, and don't let other people criticize you because what makes them better than you. Just because a couple other people are like them doesn't mean that they're better than you. Everyone's a different person, and no matter what, you will never be the same. So, I mean, being different isn't a bad thing because everyone's different. Now, I just want to say thanks to anyone who's watched this video, and I really appreciate your views and your likes on this video. It would be greatly appreciated. It really helps me keep doing this. I really enjoy all the feedback I've been getting, and yeah, just hopefully you keep on watching these videos. But if you enjoyed it, please subscribe. It helps a ton. Tell all your friends, whatever you want to do. It's up to you. I'm not going to force you, obviously, but I'd appreciate it. And hopefully I see you guys again in some later videos, commenting, subscribing, liking, whatnot. And yeah, I'll catch you all later. Thanks.